Hi there. Today I'm going to show you about a common mistake that we see where students misunderstand the question and then use ideas that are irrelevant and get a low task response score in IELTS Writing Task 2. So let me show you how to avoid this very simple mistake. My name is Lawrence Ryan. I've been an IELTS examiner for the IELTS Writing and Speaking test. I've been an IELTS teacher at British Council and I've been teaching IELTS since 2010. I'm also the founder of Complete Test Success. So this mistake is where the question asks you to describe why some trend is happening. And what often happens is that students don't realize that they're comparing the past with the present. So here's an example where you're being asked to give reasons for a trend. All over the world, people are spending more time on their own than in the past. Why might this be the case? Do you think this is a positive or negative situation? So the part of the question that we're focusing on today is, why might this be the case? Now, the mistake that most people make is they try to describe why people enjoy spending time on their own. Let me give you an example. So here are some ideas that would be irrelevant and typical of the type of mistake we're discussing here today. So irrelevant ideas could be something like, some people like spending time alone. Time alone allows people to unwind. The silence helps them to think. So the problem here is that they're discussing the topic of the question. They're talking about people spending time on their own and why they like to do that. But the question didn't ask you, why do individuals enjoy spending time on their own? The question is, why are people spending more time on their own than in the past? So we're comparing the past with the present. Why are people doing this more nowadays than they used to do in the past? Not why do they like doing it, but why are they doing it more? Okay, so let me show you some examples of ideas that are appropriate because they're relevant. So relevant ideas could include, more people leave their homes to find work. So now we're comparing the past with the present. People are addicted to smartphones. So again, this is a comparison between what was happening in the past when people spent less time alone compared to now when people spend more time on their own. Another idea could be, more people can afford to live alone. So the difference is how much money people have now compared to the past. And these all explain why people are spending more time on their own than they did in the past compared to the irrelevant ideas which are just focusing on why people like to spend time on their own. So that's the mistake we're looking at. When it ever says that more people are doing something or fewer people are doing something compared to the past, we need to describe the differences between now and the past. Let me show you some other examples for a different question. This time the question is, in most countries, despite the benefits of cycling, fewer and fewer people are using bicycles as a means of transportation. Why is this the case? What can be done about this problem? Okay, so this time I'm going to show you 6 ideas and I want you to think about which ones are relevant and which ones are irrelevant. There are 3 of each. So for why is this the case, the first idea I have is cars have become more affordable. The next one, cycling is slow. Cycling is tiring. People earn more money than before. People get wet while cycling. Public transportation has improved. Okay, so 3 of those ideas are relevant and 3 are irrelevant. Remember, we're comparing the past with the present, so only the ideas that are comparing the past with the present will be relevant. Have another look and I'll show you the answers. Okay, so of these 6 ideas, let me show you the irrelevant ones first. Cycling is slow. Cycling is tiring. People get wet while cycling. Now these apply to the past and the present. Cycling was slow in the past, it's still slow now. Cycling was tiring in the past, it's still tiring now. None of these things are showing us what has changed in the world to make fewer people cycle nowadays compared to the past. So what that means is the relevant ideas are, cars have become more affordable, public transportation has improved, and people earn more money than before. So all of those ideas are comparing the past with the present, something that has changed that results in fewer people cycling. So just make sure anytime you see a Task 2 question where we are in some way comparing the past with the present, that your ideas also show what has changed between those two periods of time. That's it for today's lesson. Thank you very much and see you next time.